Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua,
Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Shalom to Mosai's elect out there, pushing the word and sincerity and truth. Double honor to the elder apostle, great millstone who rule well. And salutation to the sisters out there that support and subscribe to the message of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Hey, today the brothers, we got a topic pretty much going into the careless daughters of Israel, and because even at this very moment in time, the daughters of Israel, right, the Israelite woman, they're feeling the effects of these so-called curses. They're feeling the effects of what the so-called black man, the Latino man, the Hispanic man, the Native American man have been going through for centuries now, which is injustices, racism, brutality, mocking, scourgings. I mean, you name it, you know. Fear. They're starting to feel these things now, and because there's a video entitled "Why Women of Color Are Trying to Get Out of the United States." You know, through the Spirit, we're gonna play it as well. You know, but that goes into them trying to flee out of Babylon physically to get rid of these curses, trying to run from them. But there's no running from them, man. They're gonna follow you no matter where you go, because even as we intel this video here, the where it's taking place is in the land of Costa Rica. But the land of Costa Rica is ran by who? The so-called white man. It's governed by who? So-called Costa Ricans, but it's governed. The body of it is the so-called white man has his hand in it.
That's right.
Even the land that you so-called rent, lease, and purchase there, the white man has already bought that land up.
That's right.
So he's like the, what would you call the he pretty much the landlord, you know?
You know, that's why we say Esau is the God of this world, man. Because he controls every faction of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he governs that, man.
Hey, can you get the book of Job? Or give it to the hand? You know? And because no matter where you go, the so-called white man has his hand in it. So we'll bring this scripture out just to throw that out there, because there's no escaping.
Right.
The ideology of understanding the evils and the wickedness of this man is great. That's grandeur, so to speak. You know, but that's a small, minute, and it's an inkling of knowledge. Go ahead, bro.
All right, it's Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So at this particular moment in time, the Lord has handed over all rulership, all judgment, all governing governorship or governing authorities to the so-called white man. The earth in its entirety is given into the hands of the wicked. All right?
It's Jeremiah 12:1. Righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee, yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore do the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? Thou hast planted them, yea, they have taken root. So they're just going to the Most High. He planted the wicked. Okay? And it said, yea, they bring forth fruit. Thou art near in their mouth and far from their reins.
Okay. Hey, this is Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High.
You know, the Most High, he sits in control of the righteous and the wicked.
Right.
Right now, the wicked is ruling. Huh?
That's right. That's right.
So we're going to play this video.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Okay, and the title of this is Why Women of Color Are Trying to Get Out of the U.S.
Hello.
Okay.
This is like heaven right now.
Alexis Bromley is from Nebraska. She needed a break from white people.
In Omaha, it's very segregated. It can be very isolating if you're a person of color. It's hard in Nebraska because it's a red state. And so you just don't know who you interact with on a daily basis, if they believe that you're lesser, if you're inferior, and how that in turn can affect me.
She says the current political climate has only made these feelings worse. So she decided to go on a Women of Color healing retreat in Costa Rica.
Hi, such beautiful smiles. Thank you guys so much for coming. My blackness is full.
My blackness is uninhibited.
My blackness is strength.
The idea is simple. For 10 days, black women come together to eat vegan food, meditate, do yoga.
The breath in is the reminder that we are safe.
And to discuss the frustrations of being black in America.
It's like a mental game all the time, and I'm in these spaces where, constantly getting poked and prodded. Oh, let me sit your hair. Oh, you're really pretty for a black girl. Black people don't exercise. Black people don't hike. People are automatically gonna have this.
Deuteronomy 28:37. As you can see, so-called black woman right here, it's pretty much like a stigma on our people. And I'm gonna rewind again.
Hike. People are automatically gonna have this perception of me before I even open my mouth.
So many people.
I did Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And that should become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among the nation, where the Most High shall lead thee.
And this is going on that spiritual stigma that anywhere that our people are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, where they at, you gonna have that negative stigma on you, man. So you pretty much, you a proverb,
Yeah, it's such as what she stated. She stated that my blackness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because wherever you are, those fucking curses is that cloud you always go into. Hey, they're gonna follow, man. You can't run from the Most High, man. Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 24:9, and I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb, a taunt and a curse in all places whither I shall drive.
Can you repeat that, Elder?
And I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt.
Right, so, okay, these hoes are going to Costa Rica to escape the judgment of the Most. So, hey, the story is, Eve, the deal went sour, man. Instead of you basically.
Yeah, that was on that.
And another point, the lady, the so-called black woman said my blackness. And you look at the word black, it pretty much goes to, dark or dirty, something negative.
Void of light.
Void of light. So why would you use a word like that, put that on yourself, man? Our people not black, you know what I'm saying? That's a curse that the so-called white man, he put on us. Or pretty much the outside had so-called white man put those type of negative terms on us, man. So we're not black, we different shades of brown.
That's right. That's right.
And I said this, we from Negro color, and we went from Negro color,
picking spooks.
Yeah, the list go on. Now, African American. We're not named our two fucking Christ, man. We're not. So they said byword. They put this on us, and that's the byword on Native Americans and Latinos too. So it's not just our people, not just those Negroes. Latinos get the byword too.
Yeah, good, bro.
Ideologies are being validated that don't see us as humans, that don't see us as people.
This retreat is one of more than a dozen black-owned travel groups, marketing trips specifically to people who look like Alexis. In the few years that most of these companies have been open, more and more clients are calling them up. At least 5 say they've seen a spike in interest coinciding with Trump's election.
The idea of black women reclaiming control over their own mind, body, and spirit is exactly what's needed to survive in a system that constantly tells us that our wellness isn't important. We stopped taking care of ourselves because we were taught, you don't matter.
The retreat is the brainchild of Andrea X, a former Brooklynite turned expat.
I left the United States because I was sick of gentrification, racism,
Shalom, Akim.
Just dealing with being this black woman trying to figure it out there.
It was 2014, and she'd just lost her job as a healthcare facilitator. What started off as a vacation in Costa Rica became her entire new life. She used all of her personal savings to form this retreat.
We needed a safe space that was outside of the United States to hold certain conversations and just to heal. I don't think that we can do that in the United States. I think that we're suffering and suffocating and just dying every single day trying to survive there.
Yeah, not every woman can afford to come out to Costa Rica. What can we do for the racism they experience for women who can't afford to be part of your retreat?
I think that it's important for people in the United States, Black and POC people, to start forming their own spaces there.
Easier said than done. White Americans find themselves in white-only meetings and places all the time without even trying or noticing. When Black people want a break from feeling like a minority, they often have to make an effort. Alexis made the effort, and it cost her $2,222. But for her and several other women, that's a reasonable price to pay for a retreat that bans white people.
Would having white people on this trip ruin it?
Yeah, I don't think we will be as open and as honest as we are with the group that we're in now.
Yeah. Do you all feel like you've been stereotyped?
One thing I always got is you're so well spoken, and I don't think people understand how insulting that is. What else would you expect from me?
I'm curious if it's been no different for you since it was the election of President Trump. Black, we knew that racism has been around, but it's a bit more in our face now. It's made me have to pivot my interactions with people and people who actually support Trump. Like, I can't trust you on friendship level, family level, any level if you actually are supporting someone that, is completely racist.
Is some of that anxiety what you feel you need to heal from here?
We're looking for ways to coping mechanisms, and ways to take care of ourselves. Because we're not on the agenda.
Do you feel like you've increasingly lost?
Say, Akim, don't be surprised if these hoes don't follow the Israelites, because she has her head wrap, and then she has sage, and then so all of a sudden she has this revelation that the white man is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, at the end of the day, Eve is a joint heir of the Edomites, along with these other nations. So now she's becoming profile, but she wants to leave America and then go to Costa Rica. And like the elder Benjamin stated, you go into a situation that is governed still by Esau. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make sense, man. Go ahead.
That's why we read the first we read the hands are given to
the hands of the wicked. The word is given to the hands of the wicked. Okay.
So wherever you go, the so-called white men own everything. So they control every country they go to. The white men control it.
Mm-hmm. It was Edomites behind them. When they're doing the interview, it was some Edomites behind them.
Yeah.
In the backdrop.
Come.
The ideology is there. The knowledge of knowing who the so-called white man is as a demonic creature upon planet Earth, but you still don't know that he's Esau.
That's right.
You still don't know that he's an Edomite. You still don't know that you're an Israelite. Because if you want to retreat back to something, that's your shield under Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's your shelter.
Hey, get Proverbs 9:13. Somebody just posted that.
Not the tropical trees of Costa Rica.
Come. You can't run from the curses, man.
Hey, our people funny, man. They try. That's why they got that zeal, but not according to knowledge, man.
That's right.
You want to bring the Proverbs out?
Yeah, bring the Proverbs out.
The Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She's simple, and she knows nothing.
Mm-hmm. The word clamorous goes to she's pretty much a loudmouth, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's simple. She knows nothing because she thinks she can escape the curses in America by going to Costa Rica, which the Elder Bun just brought out. That Esau controls both lands.
That's right.
So you still gonna be under those same curses, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a spiritual curse. It's gonna be spiritually on you until Yahushua comes back, man.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
Ability to see any shot at a relationship with white people.
Every time I have a conversation with them, I just pick up on certain things that they say, whatever. I pick up on the microaggressions, the passive aggressiveness. I pick up on it. So I decided one day to just eliminate white people from my personal life. And ever since then, my life has been way more breezy.
Do you think it's at all possible that the fact that white racism, white people have sort of made you leave the U.S., start your whole life over somewhere else, feel the need to avoid them, means that they've won?
They didn't push me out of the United States. Because if that's the case, they could push me out of any of these countries because they are here. They're everywhere. I feel like white people shouldn't even have passports because they've done enough, especially white Americans. Leave them in the United States. They do not need to come here. They do not need to be even able to travel. They need to stay in the United States.
But to a white person who's doing their best to be the best white person they can be.
I have no tips for a white person. My tip to white people is to let us have our space, let us have our room, and go hang out with other white people. We're okay. You've done enough damage.
Facts.
Okay.
Go ahead. Got some precepts on the line too, Akim. Whenever you go ahead, bro.
I get, yeah, you know, this is Psalm 55 and so 20 and go 21. And he put forth his hand such as made peace with them, and they broke his covenant. And the words of his mouth were smooth than butter, but what was in his heart? His word was softer than all, yet they draw swords. And you know, really brought that out, man, because she said she's like that. Basically, they was be cool with you, but they got something to say behind your back, and that's how all the fucking Edomites are, man. They try to be cool with you, but you know they got some agenda to do our people wrong. You know what I'm saying? And women going to another country trying to escape them, but guess what? The curse is not gonna go away, cause you know Most High put the curse on us. Regardless, wherever you go, the curse is gonna follow you, man.
Okay. It says Isaiah 42:22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all them snaring holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivered.
And that's the key point. The prison houses. All right. Everywhere you go on earth in this demographic is being controlled by Esau. Going back to Job 9:24. All right. So you can go to Costa Rica. You can go to the Dominican Republic. You can go to Jamaica. You can go into the jungles of the Amazon. However, Esau is going to have his hand in it because, hey, the earth has been given to him, man.
And then escaping the so-called woes of Babylon the Great, which is America.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Costa Ricans are Israelites themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're Israelites, the curses have been there. Been there since they've been there, because the Lord scattered us throughout the four corners of the earth. So it doesn't matter if you're in Europe, Australia, Jamaica, any remote island of the Caribbean, South America, doesn't matter, because the Israelites are there. And they're being oppressed by the devil.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I got one after you.
Yeah, in Deuteronomy 28, how it mentioned how the eye should be evil upon his brother, So even though they do go to Costa Rica, pretty much it's mostly Jake there, the curse is still gonna be there. They still gonna get them evil looks upon each other.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because the women from Costa Rica, they be like, why the fuck they here?
What they doing here?
What they doing here?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when brothers go to another country, they look at us like, why the fuck? What y'all doing here? That's how they gonna look at the black woman too, though.
And that's right, bro. Hey, and even if we play some more of the video, it tells you that Esau owns the fucking retreat that they're basically doing yoga in, man.
So she escaped Esau and giving him her life savings.
That's right.
And then the future loans to expand this so-called resort retreat, she has to take out what? A loan. The loan comes from who's not coming from Costa Rican. It's coming from a financial bank or establishment that is owned by so-called white men. So we still lose. The mind frame is there, but we still take a big, humongous capital letter L.
Right?
I got a precept. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Yeah, because you women, you are careless based on your lifestyle. You get the best jobs. You have support from Esau. At the end of the day, you don't have to have a man basically in the household because of the welfare system. So you're protected on all levels by Esau. All right. And that's what makes you careless, man.
This Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
Right. These fucking elite bankers have not shown us no fucking mercy, man. All right. Hey, prime example. When you go outside tomorrow morning, look at the fucking sky. Look at the conditions our people are in. Look at the type of lifestyles that our people have to dive into just to basically support themselves. We're not eating real food. We're subject to fucking payments, man. And Esau is the goddamn devil that the scriptures speak of, man.
It says, upon the ancient hast thou very, very heavily laid thy yoke.
Yeah, even the elderly within our nation, man. Hey, it doesn't matter. Hey, you have people 75 years old working at Logan's and Walmart, man. You know what I'm saying? We talk about today's time, man. Yeah, you know.
But Esau's been set up and taking vacations in his early 20s.
That's right.
You know, he's not in trouble as other men are.
Kind.
You know.
Kind.
Yeah, you know, in those slavery days, they had the oldest Jake out there and the youngest baby out there.
That's right.
Working the field. I mean, it's all don't give a fuck about our people, and that's why people gotta understand that we have an enemy, man. That's what it is. Our people don't understand that we have an enemy, and you gotta see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
They are enemy.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't your fucking friend. Cause a friend won't do that to you though. A friend will put your black ass in the fucking field. A friend will make you, pick cotton to your fucking hand bleed. They won't do that though.
And what's a friend? A friend's supposed to be your brother, man. You know?
This Isaiah 22:17. Behold, the Lord will carry thee with a mighty captivity and will surely cover thee.
Mm-hmm.
He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
And it's going to the Atlantic slave trade, man. All right? Because when we was on the ship, our bodies was basically bouncing like a goddamn basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? And all the tribes have had, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it was a part of slavery, man. You know, you have Gadites that basically was on those fucking ships, man, as well as the rest of the Northern Kingdom. So it wasn't only the Southern Kingdom, man. Hell, they were on them fucking boats before we were, man. All right?
It said, there should thou die, and there the chariots of the glory should be the shame of the Lord's house.
Mm-hmm.
And just going back into how you said that throughout this video at the end, he's going to let you know that the retreat, Esau, yeah, we pretty much get it. That, you know, he owns that retreat, man. So even though they trying to speak up against Esau, when he owns it, like you said earlier, it's like a house. You try to build a house inside that house.
Come, bro. Come.
But just get the point. It's Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is within thee should get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Right.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right. And see, and you have to understand something, that Esau basically is the ruler of this world, which makes him the god of this world, which makes him a magistrate of this world. And if you look in the term magistrate, it means a fucking master or a judge, okay? What is he the master or the judge of? How this world is fucking ran, man. And then even if you go into the term fucking noble, it means fucking highborn, man. So this man runs the fucking world on all levels in every capacity given to him by Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. But at the same time frame, Eve, the fucking deal went sour, man. Because you're the fucking reason why we die, man. You know what I'm saying? You brought that philosophy back to Adam. You know what I'm saying? And he got into it. He was punished as well. But at the same time frame, that fucking serpent, which was the spirit of Esau, he manipulated you. And therefore, we all die, man.
Because, you know, because when everything going on this so-called black man, it's all right. But when he hit you, oh, it's a problem now. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's documentaries coming up about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but when he hit you, it's just a problem now, though. You know what I'm saying? But the black man go do from shit to whatever. It's okay for the black man to do it, but when he hit your motherfucking ass, it's just a problem.
Hey, bro, that's beautiful. We go to the unemployment line, you know what I'm saying? But we don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? We go into the library trying to find jobs, but we don't want to work. Two brothers get pulled over in a fucking car, but you know what I'm saying? It's something we did, but it's like the brother say, as soon as you get per se profile, then it's a problem. Where was that cushion? Where was that support from you, man?
Because this system is mainly to go against the so-called Negro, man. This system is
biased.
Yeah. Because look, like you said, you can't get a job, and then when you go to fucking school, the so-called white man gonna get a job before you get a job anyway. So it's set up from different. So you been born all black, Social Security, he black. Guess what? That's when the shit start. So because you're born though.
That's right, bro. Okay, bro. Okay.
Just play the real stuff out for you brothers, man. And hit our points real quick.
This retreat, much to Andrea's dismay, is held at a white-owned resort. That doesn't bother the retreat participants. They haven't cut white people out full-time. But 20 minutes down the road, Andrea and a business partner have quietly invested nearly $100,000 to build up their own private retreat space.
This is where we'll have the workshops.
Is this just like a long con to start building your own Black nation out in the middle of Costa Rica?
It is.
Starting with yoga, next is going to be like a mini government.
I don't want to have a mini government, but at the same time, it will be a community of just like Black people living here.
What would you say to someone who's like, you know, as nice as this sounds like paradise for Black people, in some ways like it's motivated by the same hate that white people who want to create white nations and white spaces have?
It doesn't have anything to do with them. This is about us healing our community.
Is it practical to create a Black nation in the middle of a jungle? Or to chase all white people off your property? Probably not, and most Black people don't want to do that. But the feelings of isolation that drove Andrea to build her own community aren't that different from what drove Alexis to this retreat in the first place. Andrea has
Just get that Deuteronomy 28:36.
Did Deuteronomy 28:36?
Yeah, because while bringing this up, this quick point, as you see, so-called Black woman right here. Look what she's wearing around her neck. You know, there's nowhere in the scripture says, you know, be worshiping symbols like that. You know, Africans. Come on. All right,
Just look back to Africa then.
Come on. 28:36.
Right. It's Deuteronomy 28:36. And the Most High shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee into a nation which thou neither thou nor thy father have known, and that shall serve other gods, wood and stone.
You know, our forefathers came over here in America, and you see it, we worshiping these different symbols right here. This known as the Ankh, how people call it. You had the crosses. You had a little fish symbol, which goes back to Dagon, the fish god. You know, so and it says that our fathers, you know, haven't known pretty much, man. So back in when we was ruling, our people wasn't doing this, man. We was just truly serving Yahweh Shem Shah.
Right, right. And this is the reason why we are in the state we're in today, man. Because of this, man.
Come
Then this is about us healing our community.
Is it practical to create a Black nation in the middle of a jungle? Or to chase all white people off your property? Probably not, and most Black people don't want to do that. But the feelings of isolation that drove Andrea to build her own community aren't that different from what drove Alexis to this retreat in the first place.
Andrea has completely given up on the U.S.
I don't blame her. I have been places outside of the U.S. where I have felt more at home and more included than I have ever in my community.
Is that an upsetting thing? You know, you say it with like this serene face, but to like go visit somewhere that you're not a citizen of and feel more at home than you do in your own country.
Yeah, that's reality. Unfortunately, that's the reality of our country.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I got the book Isaiah chapter 47 verse 7. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. You know? And because he that lived in pleasure is dead while he liveth. I mean, You know, and there's no escape, man. You know, it's good you come to the so-called knowledge of the so-called white man being who he is, but we're not Africans. We're not, you know what I'm saying, we're not into this whole woman retreat thing. You know what I'm saying? Where the men at? You know, if you have a righteous man on your side, that man will guide you. Don't just run off into the forest, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of potential carpet munchers, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens in the forest stays in the forest, you know, leave it all in the tropics, you know. And you got to come back to who you are as a people, first and foremost, you know, say back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the Heavenly Father and His Son, you know.
Good. Can we get that Genesis 3? Genesis 3 and 1? Yeah, 3 and 1 in verse.
I got no. I'll quit. Amos chapter 5, verse 1. Hear ye this word which I take up against you, even a lamentation, O house of Israel. The virgin of Israel is fallen. She shall no more rise. She is forsaken upon her land. There is none to raise her up. So, truth be told, although the so-called Negro, you know, in America has been down upon the bottom for so long, he's been beaten, you know what I'm saying, and pretty much striped, the word I'm looking for it. Everything, according to his manhood, has been stripped from him.
Emasculated.
He's been demasculated, you know, but at the same time, he's your rock, and you're supposed to be that soft structure, that soft pillar for him to lean toward for support and comfort. And you haven't been that, you know. So now the prejudices that we've experienced, you're experiencing, you know, hey, because you made that pact with the so-called white man. And when you look upon all of the government agencies that give aid and support to single and struggling Black, Hispanic, Latina, and Native American women, what does it include? A single mother, 1, 2 more kids. There's never a man in the equation. When you pick up Pampers for your kids, the beautiful face of that baby upon that pamper cover is what? A mother holding that child. The white kids, it's the father and the mother and the child.
Mm-hmm.
The WIC office, the bags, okay, or the so-called lighting structure, the fixture, a woman and a child,
that's right,
or 2 children with an afro, you know, like Yashimaya,
yeah,
man, some afros, man, represent you tribes, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would say the jig is up, man. You know, it's all laid out on the table because the so-called white man's skirt is being uplifted, and yours is being lifted as well for not having our backs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we don't feel sorry for you, man. But look at all the hell we caught on this planet, man. You know, that's that deal you made with Esau.
That's right.
You Esau's pit bull.
Yeah.
So now he's pretty much taking that doggy bag from your ass now. Now you want to complain and shout.
I get the vintage.
Yes. Yeah, 32. Isaiah 32. So yeah, so what about all the hell that we caught throughout these years, man? Now you want everybody to feel sorry for you. And don't work like that.
Because Esau knows if you cut the head off the snake, the body will die. And prior to the body dying, you know, the body will just start going haywire. It has no structure. It has no basically no format.
Like a
so
chicken with his head cut off.
yeah, kind. So basically, if you take the black man out of fucking, you know what I'm saying, the household, look what you have within the household, man. You know, women that are not governed, children that are not structured, but like the elder was saying, but in their households, everything is set in order, man.
And this Isaiah 32 and 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless one.
Yeah, if you tremble, that means basically you're not at ease, man. You know, you're shook a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Why you not at ease? Why? Because you can't find no safeguard. You can't find no security, man.
No retreat.
No retreat. You know, you going all the way down to Costa Rica for fucking nothing, man.
That's the woman's spirit that, you know, she loves comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feeling uncomfortable in this type of situation, wait till Jacob's trouble happens.
That's right. That's
wait
right.
till they cut off, pretty much the electricity here. with the EMP attack, until the economic collapse happened.
Something as simple as government benefits.
Something simple as that, man.
Yeah.
So wait.
Or the weave shop.
Right. That's So wait until that happens. We're gonna see how you gonna pretty much tremble, man. You gonna really apply to these scriptures right here, Isaiah 32 to brother read, Isaiah 32 and 11.
Yeah, because she also said like she lost a job. So she lost a job. She brought a good job. Guess what? They took the job from her. She know what to do.
Right.
You know, so she had to like, they ain't treat me right here. So I got to move somewhere. So I feel like I'm hiding. I'm sadistic.
And then she used what they call her life savings. She used her life savings to start this so-called retreat here. Like I said, it's all fine and dandy, but that's not realistic. The most savings that Jake has is the change that he sit up on his counter when he come in the afternoon. Man.
That's right.
That's the most savings that the average of our people actually have.
That's right, man.
People may have that second savings account. They got them 16 years old because they thought it was cool. Y'all got a savings account. But ever since they were 16, nothing's really been attributed to it.
That's right, man.
You know, so we're not living in the realm of the Huxtables.
That's right.
Where everything's peachy and squeaky clean. Everybody's living this so-called American unrealistic dream, man.
That's right.
It don't work like that.
And then, hey, you can't build a kingdom within a kingdom, man. That's why Yahushua coming back to take the kingdom. Right. And look at Esau. How has Esau manipulated the world by the blessing Yahushua gave him? He's been taking the shit with the sword, man. Esau is not going to let you, goddamn it, just elevate or ascend before him, man. That's why we're waiting for that Redeemer, man.
No two kings can't rule at the same time. They can't. Heck, we feel like we king, even though we are the fucking kings. They think they're the king, but they ain't.
That's right.
So they gotta be put out before the righteous come in, man. They gotta be put out for it. They gotta be put out before the good come in, though. They got to.
Yeah, they just service right upon the horses right now.
That's right. That's right.
And make you bear a girdle of sackcloth upon their loins.
Meaning, if you bear, you're stripped from everything, and if you're in the sackcloth, it means you're extremely mourning.
Yeah, so you'll be stripped of all that comfort. And this Micah 2:9, the women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses, from their children have ye taken away my glory forever. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It should destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Yeah. That doesn't mean to go to Costa Rica, man. That means to find Yahweh and Yahushua within the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to actually save you from a physical manifestation, man.
Yeah, come out all the bullshit you in. You have to find Yahweh and Shai.
That's right.
He going to save us.
That's right.
Esau not going to save us. Your money you got, your 401k, your job not going to save you. When Esau come with the thorn on our ass, who gonna save you?
Right.
Your money. I'm gonna give you $50. No. They don't give a fuck about no money. They gonna tighten you up. When they tighten you up, then.
Okay.
And it's Nahum 3:5. Behold, I'm against thee, said the Most High of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. I will show thy nation thy nakedness in the kingdom of thy shame.
The Most High, he's pretty much he's calling out America now, which the so-called white man is ruling. It says how he will show the nations thy nakedness. Cause this right here, that was on Vice TV, and that's a channel that has a lot of subscribers, man. So the whole YouTube world seeing that, man. They're seeing the racism that's happening into America and stuff like that. So all the other nations seeing the nakedness or the shameness of America, man. Okay? And that's pretty much it right there, man. Just letting you know, Esau, made that deal with Eve, and that deal's going sour now, man. So you gotta think about it. Look at all the deals Esau made with Gad and stuff like that. He broke every single last one of them. So the so-called black one, what you think he gonna do to your ass, man? You still follow the same curses as we do. Alright? So with that, hope you all ready-fied, like give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua.
No bonus to our apostles and elders and great millstones. Salutations to you, sincere brothers. And like I say, Ba'ashem, Kodash Wakah. Shalom.
Shalom.